This is Bliss to Abundance. I'm your host, Cyndi Williams, and today we have the coolest topic for you. We're going to be talking about camera equipment, travel vlogging. So we're going to get into it here in just in a second, but first of all, if it's your first time joining the live stream, I want to say welcome. I'm so glad that you found us. My name is Cyndi Williams. I'm known as the Wanderlust CEO or the Travel Career Coach. And my purpose and mission in life is to help people follow their bliss into abundance. Mostly the way that I do that is I help people launch and grow their own portable, profitable travel agencies. So today we're going to be right on topic with talking about what's in my travel vlogging kit. I was kind of going through my list of topics for our shows this month, and I was like, oh, I like to be inspired about what I'm going to talk about. And I was like, we're getting ready to do this huge trip and go to Orlando for over 4 weeks this summer to do a whole bunch of live streaming, gather video content, pictures, tours, all that good stuff. And I thought, let's share what's in our kit. So for those of you who don't know me, I also always share, I have an insane coffee mug collection. This is not my coffee mug, but isn't it cool? I totally stole this from my husband. This is the Skull Island Reign of Kong coffee mug, and it's funny because it has lipstick on it, and my husband would just cringe at that because this is his mug, but my daughter is a little behind on dishes, so I had to use that one today. That one's from Universal. You can pick that up, so we'll probably be doing some videos over there. But first of all, I want to start this. We're going to get right into the session, and I want to talk about, you guys know I help you grow your travel agencies, right? So one of the things we really do an extensive job in our mastermind is we teach people how to come up with a video strategy and how to use video to turn it into reaching those ideal clients and turning it into conversions and profits for your travel agency. And you can start wherever you're at, first of all, but in the mastermind, know that we go a little more in depth. But at a minimum, what I really want to stress with you today is you can start with wherever you are. Most of our original video content really started with our phone. We started just with this guy right here, right? So if you are on a budget, don't think that you can't do video. That's exactly how we got started years ago, and now we have 2 award-winning YouTube channels, and you can too. You can do this. So I want to share with you kind of a basic setup where you can get started. And by the way, I'm going to be flipping back and forth to our different platforms to try to answer questions. If you guys have questions, go ahead and post them over on Facebook. Hey, I see Margie. She said, happy I could hop on this morning. Topic was just what I was pondering. That's so crazy. Hey, Jen, I see you joining us. Those are some of our grads from the mastermind. So they're ready for video because in the mastermind, we teach you how to work past your visibility blocks, right? That's the hardest part. But with your setup for wherever you're starting on your video vlogging, just remember, you don't have to overcomplicate this. I'm going to show you a ton of really cool stuff today. You can, you don't have to go out and get all of it. You literally can start with just your phone and a pop socket. Like, that's the first setup, right? So that's how I started, with just my phone without the pop socket. But if you are on a tight budget, I mean, like, you can get these at Target for $5 or $6, right? And throw it on there and you're good to go. So that can be your first video setup. Now, if you want to evolve your video game and you really want to get into travel vlogging a little heavier and make your video quality a little bit stronger, then I have the best kit for you. So let me show you what's in our actual kit that we are packing up. So, and I also want to say one thing first. What I share with you for traveling is not how I would share necessarily do your video at home. That would be something we teach in your mastermind, how to set up your home studio and things like that. But we're going to talk about travel vlogging today. So first thing I have is my phone and my pop socket. If I'm being the super laziest, really that's what I do. I slide my phone in my pocket, and I have a pop socket. Now, if you are at a place where you're thinking about a new phone or what phone's the best one, I mean, I have the iPhone X, and I've heard other phones are, you know, comparable video and camera quality wise. But whatever phone that you have, that's your first tool, right? Now, if I'm going to step it up, oh, I was going to say one thing about your phone. If you are really going to get into doing a lot of pictures, videos, room tours, things like that, you need to make sure you get a phone with lots of storage. When I went to the AT&T store, I was like, I need the one with the biggest storage. They're like, you don't need that. Like, that's the same storage as a computer has. I'm like, lady, you do not know me. You do not understand how many clouds I have filled up, how many, you know, things, how many terabytes of space I've already used with blogging. So if you're going to start, especially if you're going to be filming in some of the higher resolutions and things like that, if you're going to do it in 4K, I mean, that eats up your memory like crazy. And you don't really need to do 4K. You can do 1080 and you'll be totally fine. Or just, you know, if you're not a tech person, just hit record and go. So start with a phone, get some decent storage, and if you're using an older phone that doesn't have a ton of storage, you can move it, you can move your files over to an external hard drive, or you can move it over to a cloud to free that space up in your phone. I'm just super, like, I love having everything on my phone, because when you move stuff over from Instagram and other places, I like having my stuff all on there. I back it up to those places, but I still like keeping it on there. It's just old habit. So after your phone, the next thing that I love, these came out a few years ago. They're called Moment lenses, and this is the little logo there. So I have several of Moment lenses. One of my favorites is the Superfish lens. So both, and when you put a Moment lens on your phone, you do have to have this special case. So you'll notice there it says Moment lenses there. So what it allows you to do is to take the little lens, and you can, I love live video, because like, is it gonna work? You add it to your phone. So you have this nice little lens that automatically improves the quality of your video and your pictures, because you can film video or pictures. The only thing you can't do is you can't do the selfie style, right? But you can do some really cool stuff. So this is kind of my lazy setup. Like, if I'm being super lazy, I just take my phone. But normally I have this Moment lens and the nice little felt pouch that comes in my other pocket, so I can, you know, throw that on there and go. Now be careful if you're using this. You don't want to leave the lens on and have it in your pocket. You can crack your lens, or I've cracked a couple cases doing that, and the cases are, I think they're 20-25 bucks if you have to replace them. But if you crack the little thing there, then you're done for. You have to get another case. So I love the Moment lenses. That's probably the easiest under $100 setup that you could do to start your travel vlogging. Super, super easy. Now, when I'm traveling, a couple other things that are always in my camera bag. I like to have a pop mic microphone. So this is an easy little microphone. It will go, and even if you are like, Cyndi, I don't have a headphone jack, that's okay. You can use a little toggle that you can order if you have like an iPhone where it doesn't have the jack, right? You can get the little toggle that goes with it, and then you can clip this, and then you can run it right into your phone. So now I have, because that's the one thing with vlogging, most people have really terrible audio, and that really shows up, like, because especially if you're outside and there's wind and there's noise and there's people going by, your video, if you have bad video quality, people just don't want to watch it. So this is literally like 12 or 13 bucks on Amazon, and a great little pickup to improve your sound quality. Now, a couple of other things that I love a good selfie stick. Now, full disclosure, if you're planning on going to Disney and some of the other theme parks, don't allow selfie sticks. But when you're in the hotels, or you're at Disney Springs, or doing property tours, you totally can use a selfie sticks. This one is called an XSX series. I just got this at Target one day, and I thought, oh, this is cute. But what I love about it is it has like this floaty end. Not that I've ever dropped my phone in the water, but it's light. Like, it's a light aluminum, and so I have little baby weak arms, and so I don't like stuff that's heavy. So this one is it's a little bit lighter. So it's one of those lenses that pops out, and then it has different attachments. So you can get a phone attachment to put your phone on it, or you can put an actual camera on it. And I'm going to show you my vlogging camera here in just a minute. So I like a good selfie stick. The other thing that I really like, there's a couple tripod choices. I like to have a tabletop tripod. I really like this one, and this one has a phone attachment on the top. If you unscrew this phone attachment, You can also use it pretty much on any standard camera too. But I use this one with my phone a lot, again, with the less stuff to carry. But what's great about this one is not only can I use it for a tabletop tripod to record, I can also hold it steady if I don't want to get out my gimbal. And I'll show you guys what a gimbal is here in a second. But this is like an under $20 solution. I think this is maybe 12 or 15 bucks on Amazon. And it's, again, it's lightweight, so it's easy to stick in your pocket. Now, if you're going to be in uncertain terrain or you're on the go, I really like these, I think they call these gorilla tripods, but you can move them. So you literally could, you know, hook this to, you know, the side of a dresser, off a curtain rod. You can hook it in so many different places if you're trying to get that right angle. And why that's a beautiful thing is regular tripods are heavy. This one is super lightweight, so you can put it on a stack of books. You can, you know, attach it to whatever you can attach it to get your camera angle where you want it without bringing this guy, which I used to lug everywhere. Oh my gosh. Let me see if you guys can even see this. Hang on, I need to move over my Facebook real quick. So actually it's already all the way down. So I'm gonna do it this way. This is my Me Photo tripod, and I love it because it comes in different colors. You can get blue, pink, orange. I love purple, but this guy folds down to a pretty decent size. I mean, it's no more than like just over a foot. But it is a full tripod. It goes all the way out. So this comes in a nice little carrying case. It's easy to travel with, but it's heavy. So if I'm, you know, I'll usually take it to, like, I'll take it out in the resort we're staying at, and I'll go down and make videos and things like that. If I don't have my kids with me and they can't use the other smaller tripods, I'll use this guy, but he's heavy. Like, I'm not dragging him into all-day adventures on a regular basis because that would add a lot of weight to our backpack. So depending on how short you are, how tall you are, all that good stuff, Explore Travel TV Show says, great gear for vlogs. I've used anything from a phone to a GoPro to my bigger DSLR. Yes. Best thing is I just do it. Yes, it's so true. Like, you just have to get started. So let me see if that's everything in my basic travel. So equipment wise, that's everything in my basic for the phone setup. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about, if you're like Cindy, I've been using my phone, I'm ready for the next step, then you want to think about an actual vlogging camera. My favorite is the Canon GS7 Mark II. It looks like this, but why I love it is it has a flip screen, so you can see yourself. You can see, and it's not just about seeing yourself, it's about, am I framed up well? Do I have somebody behind me going like this? You really can't see what you're doing with a traditional camera, but with this one, you can, boy, that screen is dirty. Hang on. One moment, please. We're gonna go to commercial break. We'll be right back. No. So with this one, you can see what you're doing, how you're framed up, what your angle looks like, and this one has a really, really good quality picture, which is nice. So that's one that I like to use. And there's other ones out there. There's a million videos on YouTube. You know, a vlogging camera is expensive. Like, when I bought this, it was around $700. They're now down to around $500, $600 because there's a new one coming out soon. So you should probably know that as well. But this is still a great camera. I've been using it for years. The picture quality is amazing. The sound quality is okay. I'll say if I had one wish on this camera, it was that the sound quality was a little bit better. I'm not using this to make videos in my home studio most of the time. I use my DSLR camera, like Explore Travel TV Show said, but when I'm on location, there's nothing more lightweight. Like, this guy can literally fit in my pocket. And we have some camera bags we're going to show you here in a second too. So that's the one that I like and prefer. Now, a couple other things that you absolutely have to have in your camera bag. Number one, you got to have backup battery or backup batteries. So of course we always have our charger. We actually carry the charger with us just in case. And then we have, I think, 3 batteries, because these, I mean, like, I don't know, they go out in a few hours. So, and if you're filming a lot during that time, you can blow through the battery really, really quickly. So having your extra batteries for your camera is really, really important. Oh, and to talk about battery power real quick, back on the phone setup. you, especially if you're like in a place like Disney where you're going from morning all the way to the end of the day, your phone is going to die quickly. You need to have backup battery for your phone. So you're like, do I just bring my charging cable? No, because you don't want to, I mean, you can bring your charging cable, but do you want to sit there while it sits in a plug for 20 or 30 minutes? Not really. So what we like to do is we have two different ones that we kind of rotate out using, and we use them for different reasons. So my first one that I like, I actually got this from T-Mobile. I don't have a T-Mobile phone or an account, but we were having do you guys remember Hurricane Harvey? Hurricane Harvey was coming, and I went out and they were all sold out, and this is all they had, but it ended up being the greatest thing ever because this is my favorite. We have 3 of these for our phone, and literally you just charge them up. But I love them because they're so flat. You can just slide them in your pocket and it feels like nothing, or in your backpack. And because it's flat, it kind of sits really nicely with the equipment. So you just have a cable that attaches to your phone, and you can have your phone with you with the cable attached, and it can be charging. So that's amazing. So I love these little square blocks. I got this a couple years ago. I hope that they still have them. I'm sure that they do out there somewhere. But if not, there's another one that is really cool. I don't know if you guys have heard about fuel rods. There's a glare on that. Let me take this out so you guys can see it. So fuel rod looks like this, and you guys have seen these little chargers that are kind of in the cylinder format. But what is super cool about fuel rod, by the way, it also has all the attachments no matter what kind of device you have. The coolest thing, if you're going to Disney and really places all over the world, if you can find a fuel rod location, and if you are running low on battery, you turn this old one in and they give you a fully charged one. So the Disney parks have several locations, and you can get a map of that. And so what we do is, even if, you know, our the fuel rod still has half of a charge left, right before we leave the park, we swap it out for a full one, and then all day long we have a full battery. So you don't really have to ever stop and recharge. If you go through your first battery, you go through your second battery, you don't have to worry, you can get a full one. So that's a really cool tip I learned from another vlogger, and I love it. So I'm a fan of fuel rod. Right now it's free to swap them out in most parks. I've heard that there might be a charge coming, so definitely check that out to make sure. But also, you can buy this from their site about $5 cheaper than you can buy them. They do sell them in the Disney parks, but they're about $5 cheaper if you get it directly from Fuel Rod, just FYI on that. All right, what else do we have? I have so much good stuff to show you guys today. So I have my, this little guy here, and this doesn't come with me when we go out in the parks, but this is where I keep all my cables. You guys know there's a ton of camera cables, battery cables, cables for, you know, your, all this stuff, extra batteries. When we're traveling, we put them all the cordy stuff in one place. So just pick up a little pouch or something so you can keep all of those odds and ends, and it just keeps everything together so you're not like, where did I leave XYZ? Also, let's see if we have any other treasures in here. Quartz, I have a cough drop in here. Oh, a cleaning screen. That's a good idea for your cameras. I could have used that a few minutes ago. And then we have our caps for our Moments lenses. So good stuff in there. And then I always also, this may seem silly, but I always bring extra scrunchies, because when you're out and you're traveling, pulling your hair back, I know that seems silly. It's a girl thing, but get over it. You need it. Trust me, when you're a girl in the town, you don't have your scrunchies, you're like, oh, I know this one's really important. So if you're going to be going and using a vlogging camera, you need memory cards. So I have whatever you think you're going to need, like buy double, and you can get them on Amazon so much cheaper than if you get into a touristy location. You're going to pay double or even triple the price for your memory card. So we really stock up on these, and I like to use the 64 gigabytes because I never delete my data. I actually keep all of my my memory cards as I fill them up, and then I code them on these. You can buy these for like $5 on Amazon. There's these little plastic cases that you can keep your cards in. Here's an old one. You can see it says WDW from 2000. So this is all my Walt Disney World from 2017. I back it up on my cloud, but I also have kind of the original copy, and then we're getting ready, right? We're gonna have a few for our 2019 trip. So that's the way I like to keep them. And then we have another pouch that we throw them all in when we get home. And then whether we're editing later from the cloud, we have a backup if we need it, if anything ever happens. So I'm really funny about pictures and videos. I like to make sure my stuff is like backed up and everywhere. The other thing that's really great is make sure you bring a couple extra of these in your bag. You can never have enough, because when you get home and you're like, oh, I need to charge the batteries, and then I need to charge the phone, and I need to charge the camera, it can get really like backed up quickly. So I always throw like 5 of these in our bag, so we always have enough. I promised to show you a gimbal. So here's what a gimbal is, a tool that you would use traditionally with your phone. They do have them for cameras too. I want to preface this by saying this is the Zinzu. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Gimbal, it comes in a little case. When you go to the airport, people are going to think you're a ukulele or a violin player. But this little guy, when you guys see those really smooth videos, that's normally filmed on this guy here. So you can put your phone on here. They have different counterweights and things you can use if you have a heavy phone or phone case. These are a little pricier. You're gonna pay $200-300 for a nice gimbal, and there is a learning curve. Like learning how to run it and operate it, it takes a little bit of time. So if you are not into learning new equipment, don't go that route, and it's kind of pricey. So I would say until you're really, you've done your first 20-30 videos, you don't really need it until you really want to take it to that next level. The other thing I always have in my kit is a little notebook, because before I travel, I write down all of the videos. Like, I have lists and lists of like potential videos we might make when we go to a particular location. And then when you get there, stuff kind of, gets disorganized. So this helps me stay on track. You can also put it in your phone, but I'm kind of old school. I like to write it when I'm on the plane and all that stuff. Last but not least, I got this cool, this is actually a new one. I haven't used this yet, but I tried it out. This is a little, God, isn't it cute? It's so fashionable. It's a little carrier for my camera. So if I don't want to have it in my pocket where the lens could get scratched, it's just a cute little clip-on for the vlogging camera, so you can carry it around your neck and look like an old school tourist. I think that'll be fun. So let me show you our 2 camera bags. Those are the other things. So when I'm going through the airport, this is where I keep all of my camera equipment. This guy right here. So this is my, it's a Kelly Moore camera bag. And inside, it literally is all set up for camera stuff, and it has different pouches. I love that it has like the little section here, also here, and then it has not only a pocket here, but you can zip it in the bottom, so if you want to stick like one of your tripod legs and have the rest of it stick out, it's just a really functional bag. It looks brand new, but I've had it for like 3 years. So when I never check my camera equipment through airport security, it goes with me in that bag, and because it's so heavy, I usually put it in a carry-out and then I wheel it. So that's good. But when I'm out for the day, I use this little guy, and this is on Amazon, I think for like $50, but this is I don't even know what brand this is, but I love this bag because you can access all of your camera stuff, and it has pockets for like your cords and your memory stuff. And what I really love, because especially we do a lot of vlogging in Florida, is Florida rains a lot, and so it has this awesome, where did it go? I had it earlier. Like, I know it's in here. There we go. It has a Velcro pouch, and so this little guy actually goes over the whole backpack. So for rain, when it rains, your camera equipment can be expensive if you have a lot of stuff. You want to make sure that that's protected. But what I love most about this bag is I don't carry it. My 10-year-old son, about to be 11, he really totes this whole thing. I don't stock it too crazy full. I mean, he does look like an 11-year-old NFL player, to be fair. He's got some muscles. But it's just it's a one-sided, so it's kind of like, I don't know what they call that, a sling pack, but then it has the extra support. So he loves it, and he has a GoPro, which he can attach here, and then it can record as he goes. So that's kind of a cool bag for that. Now, I just mentioned GoPro, and I want to say, because I get a lot of questions about GoPro on our YouTube channel, I love GoPro. I think it's great, but first of all, I started this whole video by saying you don't need all this crazy equipment, right? Hey, Lisa, good to see you. And when it comes to GoPro, a lot of people go, I'm going to go get my GoPro and start travel vlogging. Unless you're really doing like rough terrain or you're doing water type shots, I actually am not a big fan of GoPro for vlogging because the sound is not great and the picture is decent, but it's not going to be like on the vlogging camera that I showed you earlier. So unless you're going to be like strapping it to a helmet, or like my husband sometimes will put it on the thing, but my son likes to put it on the chest thing when he's riding roller coasters. There's a wrist thing you can do, wrist attachment where you can ride down water slides. Unless you're doing like that super active stuff, which I'm not, like I'll strap it to Corin, but I'm not going down the water slide since my accident of 2010 where I got hurt in Alani. That's a whole nother story. I can't tell the story now, but let's just say it ended up with me in one of the little carts like they have at the store, and ruined our Hawaii vacation. But that water slide was amazing. So at any rate, it's the GoPro, the quality that you get is not going to be the same. So unless you're going to be working in some of that really adventure stuff, you don't really need a GoPro. They're expensive. They have a lot of attachments. It takes a minute to learn, and the sound quality is never going to be what you get on a better camera, because it's made for, resilience. It's made to be protected. So it has those casings on there. So guys, we've gone through so much stuff today. I hope this was helpful as you start to do your putting up your camera kits. Again, I want to encourage you, just start with what you have, and you can build one thing here, one thing there, what you think you need to kind of get to that next level. And I also want to say, don't get overwhelmed. The things that people normally struggle with first are, oh my gosh, I'm afraid to get on camera. Oh my gosh. And that's the first piece. The second piece is, as you start making videos, video creation is great. I go to VidCon. I work with all these people that learn how to create content. But specifically what I do is I teach people how to put together a video strategy to turn into paying clients for your travel agency. So if you are really looking to take your travel business to the next level and do things like video, this is just one thing that we teach in our multifaceted marketing. If you guys are new, I teach a whole bunch of different marketing that you can do to grow your travel businesses. And this is just one in the pool of what we teach you at our Careers on Vacation Mastermind. So if you are thinking about growing, you want to do some of this innovative stuff that is equaling big, awesome, profitable, portable travel agencies, make sure you apply for our Careers on Vacation Mastermind. You can go to careersonvacation.com/ready now to apply. We do have limited spots. We keep our class sizes small so we can do intensive stuff like this. I get on a call every single week and help people grow their travel businesses, and a whole curriculum and our whole team of experts and all that good stuff. So make sure you do that. Grab a seat in the coming months where we have some left, and we would love to help you grow your travel business. And no matter what, I wish you so much love, so much abundance. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. If you did, put a little like below, or leave me a comment on what you thought was the coolest thing that we showed today. I love you guys so much. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Meg loves to travel. She's tired of her stressful job and wishes she could have her own travel business. Meg heard travel agents get amazing discounts and work from home or while they travel. This sounds perfect, but Meg has no idea where to start. Meg is worried she will fail because she's never worked in travel, and launching a business is overwhelming. That's when Meg found Careers on Vacation, which taught Meg everything she needed to launch her portable, profitable travel business. Meg got to work with industry expert Cyndi Williams and the Careers on Vacation team to launch her travel business in just weeks. Now Meg is helping families book dream vacations, earning amazing commissions, and traveling the world. Meg is so grateful she found Careers on Vacation.